You ever notice how some people don't need noise to feel alive? They don't crave attention. They don't need a buzzing phone. They don't need parties, crowds, or constant stimulation. Give them a quiet room, a cup of coffee, and a day with zero interruptions, and they'll feel happier than most people do at their own birthday party. If that's you, it doesn't mean you're antisocial. It doesn't mean you're cold, damaged, or too introverted. It means your mind runs on a different frequency, one that fewer and fewer people can tune into. But here's the interesting part. Not everyone who enjoys solitude does it for the same reason. Some escape the noise, some build in silence, and some simply live in their own universe. Today, we're breaking down the deeper psychology behind the people who genuinely prefer being alone. Not because they hate the world, but because they've learned how to live deeply inside themselves. Let's see which one sounds like you. 1. The inner traveler. The person whose mind is a whole universe. Some people travel the world to find peace. This type? They travel inside their head. Their thoughts aren't static, they're alive. Memories replay like scenes from a movie. Futures unfold like alternate timelines. Ideas collide like stars being born. Psychologists call this internal exploration. It's when your imagination gives you the same excitement others get from social interaction. These people can sit alone for hours and never feel bored, not once, because their mind is a theater, a classroom, a playground, and a sanctuary all at once. You'll recognize them easily. They're quiet in groups. They observe instead of react. And when they finally speak, they drop something deep, strange, or unexpectedly insightful. They don't fear solitude, because their own mind keeps them company. If you've ever had full conversations in your head, if you've ever laughed alone like a maniac because of a random thought, if your imagination feels richer than real life sometimes, you're an inner traveler. But here's the deeper truth. Inner travelers are often people who grew up relying on their minds to cope. They didn't always have safe environments to express themselves. So they built safe worlds internally. Their superpower is they can survive anywhere because their real world is inside. 2. The energy guardian. The person who treats their energy like it's currency. They don't hate people. They just know the cost of people. They treat their energy like it's money. You don't spend it on everything. You don't give it to everyone. And when you overspend, you pay a price. They're allergic to forced small talk, fake smiles, loud environments, unpredictable personalities, people who drain you without giving anything back. Psychologists call this empathetic fatigue. When someone feels the emotional frequencies of others so strongly that it exhausts them. To them, being alone isn't isolation. It's recovery. It's how they return to themselves. This is the person who disappears from group chats for 3 days and comes back saying, "Sorry guys, I just needed to breathe." And they're not lying. They literally needed to breathe. But here's the twist. When their energy is full, when they've rested, when they choose to show up, they're the calmest, clearest, most stable person in the room. Why? Because they don't socialize out of obligation. They socialize out of overflow. And that makes every interaction more meaningful. Silent builder, the one who grows in the dark. This type uses solitude the way other people use caffeine. When they're alone, that's when the real work happens. That's when the gears turn. That's when the plans form, the ideas sharpen, the dreams take shape. They aren't running away from the world, they're preparing for it. While others talk about their goals, they're achieving them quietly. While others chase validation, they chase results. Psychologically, silent builders are high in something called self-determination. They feel most alive when they control their time, their environment, and their choices. They don't need someone cheering for them. They don't need someone watching. They don't need applause. Their satisfaction comes from the process itself, from the grind, from the discipline, from the transformation that no one sees. Their peace isn't something they found, it's something they earned. These people end up surprising everyone, because while the world thought they were too quiet, they were actually working quietly. When they finally emerge, they're unrecognizable in the best way. The rare trait they all share? Inner travelers, energy guardians, silent builders. 3 different paths, one shared superpower: solitude capacity. In psychology, this is the ability to feel whole, complete, and emotionally stable without external stimulation. Most people crumble when the noise stops, but you come alive. People who enjoy being alone tend to be more creative, more emotionally grounded, more self-aware, more independent, harder to manipulate, harder to distract, harder to influence, because they already know who they are when no one's watching. Solitude isn't their weakness, it's their foundation. So the next time someone asks you, "Why do you like being alone so much?" just smile. Take a slow breath and tell them the truth. Because peace is my favorite person to hang out with. Let them think about that. Now tell me, which one are you? The inner traveler, the energy guardian, or the silent builder? Do you love spending time alone, or do you sometimes struggle with it? Drop your type in the comments. I read everything.